It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.
Race 4 on the card, following the box seat, podcast MR 86 handicap, and race 4 kicks off the jackpot, leg 1 of jackpot 1. Race 4 is set to be run over the 1900 meter trip, and it will go off at 2:10. 9 runners do go to post for the running of race 4. And a quick horse that I want to touch on is horse number 3, Papa C. I've made him a horse to watch out for. Last time out, he came from an impossible position to run fourth, only beaten 2.4 lengths by Master of Destiny at Hollywood Bet Scottsville, and that was in yielding conditions. He has an extremely light weight on his back this time around, 49.5. He's neatly drawn in gate 3. He's a horse that I think that can go through the divisions. He does look to be a nice horse. Yes, he has only won one race and he has run 2 unplaced efforts, but he does seem to be a horse that can continue to improve and will run a crack in this lineup. But let's give a comment about each of these runners, because it does look to be an extremely tough race where you possibly need to include quite a few or go the field in terms of the jackpot and pick 6. Horse number 1, Iputu. Now last time out he looked a winner, 100 meters from home, but then Maximus and one of the 100 now runners did come to get him late on. But in this type of race, how do you think he could run?
Yeah, he's a 3-time winner. He's nicely drawn. The one stat that really catches my eye of late is the way Keegan DeMello is riding for any stable, but he got this healthy strike rate for Allison Wright. So when they need his services, they certainly use him. Number 2, Grimaldi for the Paul Peters stable. Anything from 1,400 up to 2,000 meters suits him fine. I think somebody needs to find out about why Warren Kennedy is riding Armagam instead of the Paul Peter runner. I think that could give you an indication if he made a choice, or it was just a mix-up at scratch, which could happen, you know. You don't think that you're bringing the horse down, your jockey engages, and then he commits to another stable. But it'll be interesting to note if somebody could find out, you know, why is Warren Kennedy not riding Grimaldi. Papa C, he's a one-time winner, which you touched on. He's having his first run on the Poly. He's taking on some hard knockers here, Rael. You got a 4-time winner, 5-time winner. You got an 8-time winner. You got a 7-time winner. These are hard-knocking older horses. You mentioned the weight, which is definitely on his side. If he handles the Poly track and, of course, this low weight, we'll see how good he is. Attorney General, comment from you?
I think he has a bit to do in this lineup. His last 2 runs haven't been the greatest of efforts. He wasn't beaten far last time out by Lucky Dancer, but a bit to do for me. He's horse number 5, Lucky Dancer. He loves the Poly track. 4 tries on the Poly for 3 wins and 1 fourth, but at Hollywood Bets Greyville on the surface, he has won twice from his 3 starts. Donovan Dillon knows him extremely well, and last time out it wasn't a bad run, and I think he could possibly be involved. Of the Glenn Cotson runners, do you prefer Lucky Dancer or Spring Fling?
I think both horses have to be included in the exotics. I've actually written the field here in the pick 6 and the jackpot place accumulator. Personally, I think you'll do well to try and get through with the minimum spend. Lucky Dancer, I just want to touch on the form he is as a 6-year-old. The form of his career is already a 3-time winner this season. Springfield, a 4-time winner on the Poly track. He gets the claim 2.5, although guarded to carry a big weight of 63.5 kgs. Gabriel Peters back from injury, back into the number 1 box, growing in confidence. Blue Moon City, here's another Paul Peter runner. So you could say that, Warren Kennedy, I'll be very interested to know what happened here, because I don't think it was by choice, because he's not going to let a stable down that's helping him win the championship. I think it just was a mix-up and a comedy of errors at scratchings.
Absolutely, it could be one of those errors that do happen, but I think Blue Moon City does have a bit to do. It takes on a lot stronger company. Arumagam, cracking last round to Decorated, and I think with 53.5 on his back, is he the 3-year-old that you do prefer?
Yes, that's the horse that I like. The way he's been racing on the poly track, his form of late, he almost always runs on nicely at the business end of the race. If you look at his last start, you know, that form line is looking really good. I think this horse, Ferrari's Cowboy, I think, has come out to win from that form line. And Warren Kennedy, 53.5. If you got a horse like this, with a jockey that's on the top of the log at the bottom of the weights, then you can go in supremely confident. And number 9, Galway.
Yes, Galway, the 1.5 kgs off the back will certainly help his chances. 6-year-old, he has a wide draw to contend with, but possibly a horse that I'd include into those back end of trifectas and quartets. How do you think he could run?
Yeah, I think he's another horse that you're going to have to consider here, because on that form line behind Decorated, it was this horse called Have a Go Joe as well that came out to win for Sean Terry. I think Kirari's Cowboy and Have a Go Joe coming from that form line, represented by Armagam and number 9, Galway. It is a tough race. It is a race that you'll do well if you try and get through with the minimum spend. I say minimum spend, that means narrowing down your selections and decreasing your perm. Then you've done exceptionally well. But I'm going to ask Raheel for one horse for place accumulator follows. I'm going the field in the jackpot and the Pick 6. Give me one horse to follow for the place accumulator, and don't tell me it's Papa C.
I'm going to go with horse number 3, Papa C.
I'm just joking, Raheel. So Raheel likes Papa C for the place accumulator, and I am going to go with Armagam, horse number 8. I'm not reading in between the lines that Warren Kennedy has chosen this ride because Paul Peters got runners in the race. I just feel that it could have been just a mix-up with stables, because that's what can happen, especially if the agent is not doing his job properly. Well, race number 4. 3 and 8 could be the horses that you could consider in the place accumulator, but it's a tough race for jackpot and Pick 6 players.
I bet with Interbet only. They're a fantastic site. I've never had any issues with them. They are very professional. There's never a problem. You deposit money, 2 seconds later it's in your account. You withdraw, which I do very occasionally, and I believe it's also 2 seconds it's in your account.